Today we begin our Lenten retreat, partially virtual and partially in person and partially even on a phone conference call. This retreat is called Building Bridges, meaning how can you take the sacred space you are creating for Lent to reflect and take a look at the biggest picture of your life. How do you but how do you move from that sacred space to discipleship? Prayer, reflection, and practice. Moving with grace. Today's topic is about forgiveness. But before I start, I wanted to ask you to find a Lenten retreat partner. Ask a friend, a relative, or someone getting over a cold, excuse me, that will journey with you during this Lenten season. So you can give each other support and comfort and encouragement. Forgiveness. 4 years ago, I was diagnosed with cancer of the soft palate. That was like receiving the cross that you see on my forehead, kissing my body right now. After all, ashes remind us of our mortality, and that you're going to die, I'm going to die. And that day, I thought it was going to be sooner rather than later. So from that perspective, if you could put yourself in those shoes, excuse me again, or at another time in your own life, preferably, I wonder how you would pray this psalm that opens our Lenten season. This is how I may have prayed it then, and I may pray it differently now, but to give you an idea of the paradox of Lent, that at the same time we have been kissed and reminded about by death, by everything that dies, and everything that turns to ashes, that everything decays, that we are decaying, even as we, again, excuse me, flourish. So, here I am. Indeed, you love the heart. Indeed, Psalm 15. Indeed, you love truth in the heart. Of my heart, I'm going to die soon. I got cancer. Then in the secret of my heart, teach me wisdom. My time is coming soon. Oh, purify me that I shall be clean. Oh, wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow. There's a deep blackness eating inside of my mouth. Oh, rescue me, God, my helper, I have cancer. And my tongue shall ring out your goodness. What my tongue may have cancer too. How am I going to sing your goodness? O Lord, open my lips, and my mouth shall declare your praise. My cancerous mouth will declare your praise. How can I declare your praise when I won't even look good, when I won't be able to taste food, when I will look very different than I am now? that I will be making love very differently than I am now. How is my mouth going to declare your praise in the face of death? How am I to raise and open my lips? How shall my tongue ring out your goodness? I have cancer. I'm going to die. Where does the praise come in? When the minister gives you ashes, generally speaking, from dust to dust you shall return is the norm. But and you could also use repent and believe the gospel. Believe the gospel. And believe comes from a very ancient word, which I wish I could remember right now, but it has more to do with being beloved toward. Embracing, being beloved, making the gospel your beloved. The word your beloved. Repent and believe in the gospel. Metanoia, change your heart and make your heart beloved of the gospel, the way of Jesus. So how do I reconcile the kiss of death that we are reminded of today with this psalm that tells me to give praise, with this psalm that tells me to open my lips so that my tongue shall declare the praise and the goodness of the Lord? I have cancer, or someone has something else from which they're suffering. Now I'm told that in the face of death, I can embrace the gospel of hope and the gospel of love, the gospel of Easter. That is not an easy task. And I'm going to challenge you today, because our theme is forgiveness, is to me the paradox is at the same time we face death, at the same time that we see suffering, at the same time that suffering visits us and we visit it upon each other, that what will keep us held is the gospel of love. And that will give and show and shine in the world and to the world your discipleship. Your discipleship. This is about being a disciple. This is about praising God through the way you live your life every day, with every person, in every situation, in real time, with the people you bump up against and love all day. That's where it is. That's where the metanoia is. And because today's theme is forgiveness, I am going to challenge you to make that sacred space during this retreat and recall a situation where you have really been wounded, where you have existentially received the kiss of death right here, where somebody hurt you or hurt somebody else that you love dearly. How can you allow in that sacred space the grace of God to carry you to forgiveness of that person? And ultimately to ask yourself this: What small step can you take to begin the forgiveness process? Or what small step can you take to begin being forgiven soon? And then get with your partner and talk about how that was. So here we are with the kiss of death right up against our very flesh. Right up against our very flesh. And yet we're encouraged to praise and sing to God. And the way we do that is through discipleship. So today I invite you on your first step of your journey into the discipleship of forgiveness. And I will leave you with this question. What did it mean to you to be forgiven for something that you had done? What did it mean to you? And I will bet you that it meant something about your tongue singing the praises of God and your mouth recounting His wondrous deeds. In the middle of Lent, not in the middle, in the beginning of Lent, it's a holy paradox